listeners, welcome back to HAWKCAST on the Hawk Nation Network. It's your host, Kane, and today we have Lyric, Dakota, and Peyton joining us for the latest and greatest gaming-related subjects. Today's subject is games that are coming out this month and next month, which is September and October. And we're going to start off with something not on the subject. That way we don't have to talk about it later. We're talking about the Castillo project. Did I say that right?
Callisto Protocol.
Castillo Protocol. And it's
the name. This game really is the closest thing you'll get to a Dead Space remake.
Oh, and before we do that, I also want to say this is our first recorded podcast. Everyone wave at the camera. And this is our first recorded podcast. We're just playing around with it a little bit. That way you can see us, hear us, and do whatever you want to do after that, you know?
Yeah.
No. Just no.
At this moment, we don't have it completely figured out.
Yeah,
At some point, we could have it to where it's live streaming on apps, like so you could watch us actually as we're going. But just for now, this is all we've come up with.
This is all we've come up with. But anyways, back to the Castillo Protocol, and Lyric will have that.
All right. Now, the Castillo Protocol, from what we know now, is the debut science fiction title of Striking Distance Studios, which is the same company that has made Dead Space and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It will be released on December 2nd, 2022. The setting of this game, it's set on Jupiter's moon, Callisto, in the year 2320. The Callisto Protocol is a next-generation take on survival horror. The game challenges players to escape the maximum security Black Iron prison and uncover its terrifying secrets. A blend of horror, action, and immersive storytelling, the game aims to set a new bar for horror and interactive entertainment. It takes inspiration from a number of sources. One of them is Meteor Down, a science fiction game conceptualized by Glenn Schofield. Schofield was wary of the similarities between Meteor Down and Dead Space, but nevertheless pitched it to companies like Google, Microsoft, and PlayStation. Meteor Down was planned to be an entry of the universe of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. The story of Meteor Down involved a cataclysmic meteor impact. Despite the differences in time frame, there would be an Easter egg referencing PUBG. According to Glenn Schofield, Striking Distance viewed PUBG as a timeline of stories that are connected by themes of survival. A timeline was plotted connecting PUBG to Meteor Down, later renamed the Callisto Protocol. However, the setting was changed to a colonized Callisto in the 24th century. The developers used artificial intelligence inspired by a process called generative design when designing the game's objects, environments, and characters. By taking human-designed objects and putting them through this AI, the designs were optimized for efficiency. What are your thoughts on that by now?
It sounds interesting. It's like Dead Space-ish and
PUBG, you know.
PUBG. I didn't know that. I just learned about that. What are your thoughts, Peyton?
See, I mean, like, is it gonna be like a battle royale kind of alien game? Like, I mean,
No.
you think
It's like Dead Space, like story-driven.
Okay, so. I mean,
Maybe
it should be good. From the creators of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and whatnot, I mean, that's pretty... It's coming from good grounds. Like, I feel like it's got a good base to be
coming from
game.
good battlegrounds.
Yeah. Dakota, what are your thoughts on it?
Seems interesting. That's really
Did you ever play Dead Space? Or any of the Dead Space games?
I've
never played Dead Space. That's why it seems interesting.
And now we're going to switch focus onto the actual subject, which is games in September and October. And October 21st, I believe, we have Gotham Knights.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Extremely excited.
Is the setting for that. Batman's dead, and now he has like 4 of his sidekicks.
Surprise! Batman's gone.
Surprise! Batman's...
A Batman game without Batman.
A game without Batman that is focused on 4 of his sidekicks.
Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood.
Yeah. At first I thought Red Hood was
Red Hood
Deadshot.
was he is almost, but Red Hood's kind of like he's give or take like Red Hood, but really in like DC comics he's I can't remember what his name. Damian. Red Hood's Damian.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't there a character in
Batman's son?
Wasn't there a character in one of the video games? It was like a robotic Batman, but he like opened his thing and his name was Damian. Or was it Robin?
You're talking about Arkham Knight?
Yes.
Oh, it was.
I don't remember.
It was Robin or Damian.
It was,
or Nicholas.
What was his name?
Nicholas?
Probably Nicholas.
Where'd I get that name from?
No clue.
Nicholas is one of them, but I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like this game has very good like possibility of it being a very great game as well.
It would be cool to have like, since there's 4 sidekicks, you have like 4 players and they all explore the city and do it. I don't think they will. That'd be cool though.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that.
If a possibility like cooperative like
Yeah.
gameplay that could be put into that, like you could have 4 players doing the same campaign
Yeah.
at the same time, but actually being able to do different missions.
Something that's sad to me is from what I've seen, there's been like a decline of games that let you do split screen. Like I used to just sit there on the couch and just like play with everybody
Yeah.
on the same screen, but I haven't been able to do that because there's not many games that do that now.
That's just
and it's sad.
Sad.
That I want to do it is Halo Infinite, and it's kind of getting there with co-op, but it's not like it's totally not
Hasn't
perfected.
Forge mode come out on that yet?
Yeah, Forge mode is coming soon, or I know people were playing around with it. Like I've seen a Toy Story in Halo Infinite, which looked amazing actually. Cyberpunk in Halo Infinite as well. Oh, speaking of Cyberpunk's Edge Runner comic manga thing actually is in the game in a new update.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I saw that on Netflix. I figured I'd try to watch it, but I never even got to it because it just seemed a little bit out of what I'm used to.
And one game that was really big that came out this year that we didn't talk about was Stray,
Stray,
the
yeah.
cat game.
Yeah.
I saw some gameplay on that.
It looks amazing, and
It
I know the
is.
story of it is. It's
It-
good.
I mean, the story is just like we thought. At the end of the time, cats would be the last thing alive. Like we knew this.
I mean, I didn't think that, but okay.
Cats and robots.
Cats are robots,
Cats
and
and
dogs.
robots.
What was the plot of that? Because
Why
I
not
remember
dogs?
So
It's like these.
basically, the entire world is like it's like almost like there's like this invasion of these alien species, and it takes over the entire planet and kills.
Because they were made to
everything.
eat trash, but then they started eating humans and metal, and that's bad for the
as
robots.
They started doing that. They took out all the everything, but cats are just so smart that they've been able to survive all this time, like aside from everybody else. So it's just cats and robots, and the robots kind of help you along the way and lead the way to figure out how to get like you're searching for something. I can't remember, but you're trying to look
You're searching for the memories of your little robot bud.
that exactly. You're searching for the memories of your little robot.
sounds interesting.
To open like this big, I think it's a door or a gate. It's like this big door that will open you up to the rest of the world. But then at the very end of spoiler warning, at the very end of the game, you go out into the world and the game cuts off right there. So there might be a second one, maybe, possibly, to explore
Yeah, I mean,
what's
it's just
outside
like
of what we've seen.
cliffhanger kind of leading into it. It's almost like the Maze Runner series.
Yeah. And the another thing is Blade and Sorcery's new update. Blade and Sorcery for the VR is it looks amazing. Like the graphics have
adds a lot more
improved.
actually. There's more weapons. There's more stuff you can do with your power.
Stealth.
You know the gravity.
Yeah, you can
You
fly with it.
now. You can propel yourself.
There's stealth now.
Yeah, there's stealth. You can grab people by the mouths and you do your thing.
I wish I could play VR.
The people who can do that perfectly, like in VR, Blade and Sorcery would like come up behind people and do that. I think they're crazy because
Has to be something.
they think of the weirdest ways to get rid of somebody, and it's always funny.
Oh, have we talked about The Last of Us Part 1 remake?
I don't think so.
No, we
I don't know.
Yeah, The Last of Us.
Just like a remastered?
It's
Yeah.
not a remaster. It's a remake with PS5 graphics.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2
Oh.
has its new and improved graphics, lighting, character designs, all that.
Yeah.
So and it looks
I'm
really
personally
good.
not gonna buy it because I mean it's the same game,
Yeah.
but it looks cool. And
I
Lyric
have never
actually
played a Last of Us game.
me and you were
Same.
watching some
But
Yeah, we were
watched
watching
them.
some gameplay.
gameplay
of
of Last of Us 2, and that is so brutal.
It is brutal. I will say that they have really an interesting thing about The Last of Us 2. The graphic designers and stuff actually watched real life videos of stabbings to like choreography the act like the kills in the game, and
These game designers, man,
yeah, it's
horrifying.
a good game, but
Oh, let's watch actual stabbings to put them in our games.
Let's go to London. No, I'm just.
Let's go to Detroit.
That was
Horrible.
That's tough.
Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2. Probably not gonna play it in my opinion.
No, I never really liked the Overwatch series, but if
I loved Overwatch 1.
For anyone out there who are Overwatch fans, then that'll be a treat for you.
Overwatch 2 is going to be free. So
Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed. I really don't know what that is.
I've never played any Ghostbuster games. I barely watched the
New
movies.
Tales from the Borderlands. I don't know.
I love Borderlands, but I didn't like the Tales from the Borderlands.
See, the Tales from and then the new Tales. I've not necessarily heard much on the game, but it's supposed to be good. It's basically going to be like kind of like the same frame, but like they're going to put a lot better graphics into it for like the newer consoles and whatnot. But aside from that, I haven't heard any, big hit, like any good ratings or anything on it.
Oh, and big thing for this month, Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
And Dakota can talk about that because I haven't played it, but he has.
Well, I was stuck in my room the entirety of last week, so I didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
So I just played that pretty much the entire time.
How is it? Is it better than Splatoon 2?
Yeah, I'd say it's better. It's pretty much the same, just with more weapons. It looks better. It's got some, what's it called? I don't know what it's got some like, it's just better pretty much.
Because before it came out, I remember there was this meme going around. It's like this manta ray or something that was like dancing, and it was the meme was like, "There's a pipe bomb in your mailbox."
Yeah.
And I saw that floating around everywhere. But
that's one of the characters.
Yeah, the character design looked cool.
Any thoughts about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
Isn't that like the remake? Like they're redoing it? Yeah.
It's
Call of Duty Modern Warfare remake. I never played it, but I've seen people play it. I liked it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I'm talking about the actual.
It's the new game.
Sequel to Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
The newer one.
Yeah, the newest one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'd like to see it. Isn't Captain Price in it?
Ghost.
Ghost, yeah. Ooh, we need a Call of Duty Ghost 2.
See, I personally have loved the Activision series. Like, I've always loved the Activision series. And the fact that Microsoft went and bought out that series, like, to save it because Activision was not doing so great recently with the campaigns and the zombies and all that all together. They weren't managing it well enough because they were so focused on their big, like, online hits that they just dropped all the other stuff.
When you were talking about how they were going basically like a downward spiral, that kind of reminded me of what I've seen recently on this YouTube channel. I think is Halo Follower. That 343 was kind of like crashing down a little bit because they were just sporadic and trying to figure out what they were going to do for Halo Infinite. But I haven't played Halo Infinite. I heard it's good but buggy, and I heard it's like a lot of microtransactions. Like you have to spend money for certain things that you should just be able to get for
God of War Ragnarok.
I wanna see it. I love Norse mythology, and for Kratos to go in there and start murdering all the gods that I really adore is strange.
No, I've never played a God of War game.
I've played 3.
Be honest with you, never played a single one.
I played the one that was on PSP like a long time ago.
I've never played any of them.
Such bad graphics,
but I do know the story of like Kratos and why he's
if I'm being
that
honest,
white and
I
everything.
think I've only ever played a little bit of the God of War 3.
It's the ashes.
Yeah, the ashes of his family and soldiers.
Have you guys ever heard about Sonic Frontiers?
Yes, I've seen a lot of stuff on it, and it's
People say it's bad.
It does not
people
look
say
too
it's
good.
bad, but I'm gonna give it a chance.
I'm not.
I love the Sonic series, especially Sonic Adventures 1 and 2, and
I like the Sonic from Sega, like the Sega versions.
Because this is like open world Sonic. Sounds good. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
It's probably gonna be more like a if anything that sounds kind of like it's gonna give me what's it called, Animal Crossing vibes, kind of like, because I guarantee like it's probably gonna have some boss fights and fights like that, or maybe like a Pokemon kind of series, like almost is what it's gonna be like, where you go and you fight bosses, but the main storyline isn't all that good, or you just
the main story of Sonic is hard to follow sometimes.
Yeah.
Eggman.
So what else do we have?
Have you guys ever heard of the Dark Pictures anthology?
Nope.
You know the ones you made,
Nope.
Man and Madon?
Never heard of it.
Alright, we're not gonna report on that. The Callisto Protocol.
Oh, Forspoken. I've seen a bit about that game, and it looks amazing. It's like, if I remember correctly, it's the one where you're a girl and you have these powers and you use them to move around the whole terrain, and it's like this giant world. I don't remember if it's open world, but I do know like there's a big world, and you have these powers and abilities. And there was a game a while ago that I was looking at that Obsidian Entertainment was making. It was supposed to be like a next gen Skyrim or something, and just waiting on that. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it in a while. So, is there any other game that we...
Probably the last one we'll do is Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2. I love Dead Island 1. It was amazing. Dead Island 2, what I've seen looks good. What I've heard sounds good. So, I'm excited.
For it, yeah. I'm excited.
I saw I saw a leak on Dead Island 2 the other day, and the graphics, the player models, everything, it was pretty spectacular in my opinion. I mean, the best way that I could explain it, it looked very nice.
I thought the series had died, honestly. Kind of like
how... The first Dead Rising was all right, and the zombies were good. Dead Island, not Dead Rising. See,
Dead Rising's good too, though.
But the first Dead Island that I ever saw, it kind of... I played the demo of it when it first came out on Xbox 360. I played all the demos of all the all those first games. And... the Dead Island had never really seemed all that good to me, because there was Dead Rising and all those other bigger games that had so much more in it. And if the way that they took this one, or apparently took it and made it kind of like those games but better in a way, it should turn out nice. And
I'm excited for it. It's gonna be pretty good.
Well, that is all the time we have today. We were HAWKCAST on the Hawk Nation Network. Don't forget to have a great day and tune in next time. Bye.